Welcome back, disc golf fans. My name is Chris German. Along beside me, we have Derek Scull. We are Gatekeeper Media, and we're bringing you back nine coverage of Round 1, 2018 Colorado State Championships, presented by Throw Colorado. This coverage is made possible by Millennium Discs. How you feeling after front nine?
I'm still in awe about the view that we have here. Like, look at that mountain. Come on.
It's beautiful.
America's mountain.
Yeah, I'm. Every time I look at it, I go in awe. We move in the hole 10 here. This is a par 3, 420 feet. Pretty tight green here, though. So this hazard here is this sand trap. All that cart path is also OB. And also the green from the actual ball golf hole. So I would say most people are going to kind of try to throw it here, kind of land to the left of the basket there, as that's kind of where you have the most room.
Yeah, and that's looking good. And our apologies. Sometimes it's hard to, again, we said it before, filming red discs or black discs.
Here comes a black one.
Yeah, it's difficult. So, although we can see that one, and we see JC smash easily 450 feet. So he's going to be OB long, but
that's easy putt back for his par.
Yeah, for sure. He was right over top of the basket, so he's going to have a direct shot for a tap in pretty much.
Yeah. As Adams is looking pretty good here. His a little more to the left, and this is looking like an unfortunate roll and needs to sit. And that's just some bad luck there.
Yeah, he goes from pin high to shooting uphill from circle's edge, a little bit outside.
Semi-death putt, too.
Yeah.
So you have that cart path right behind him. So we have John Collins here. He's on his first throw, and he just kind of turns that over.
And that was at risk of being OB.
Over there.
Yeah. That would not be a good place to be.
And here he goes, and that's a little wobbly out of the hand on his approach, but should be manageable to save his par there. So we have Adam here. Let's see what he can do. He's trying to save his par putt.
He definitely wants to take his time because this counts. And just cages off. And is it going to roll back in?
Oh,
that's a double OB. That is some tough luck, dude.
Oh, man, he's going to be putting for his 5. That's very tough there.
Jerome here on his second shot. That was a really good drive on his part.
Yeah, textbook right there. He's off to a good start. He's 4 down through 10 now, so he's starting to pick up after having kind of a shaky start. The rest of these guys are still trying to get their footing.
And John has himself in a good position where he can get that par. So let's see if he can capitalize on that location, and he does. Awesome.
Great putt. We should see JC here as he has a simple tap in for his par. See, I never saw anyone throw a thumber that far.
That's one of those. That's one of those situations where you get punished from bombing your drive.
Yeah, sometimes it's about finesse on these golf courses. It's not just raw power.
And you know what? I really liked seeing that. Adam giving that thumbs up with a smile. You know, that was not a good hole for him by any means, but he's trying to keep his spirits up, keep his head in the game. So kudos to you, man. That's what a real athlete does.
Yeah, he's out there to have a good time. That's what it's about. So we move into hole 11, 542 feet, par 3. Now we're going downhill. The rough to the left there is hazard.
And it's rough.
Yeah. Sand dune, hazard, and green, hazard. So, once again, a very tight green. And that's kind of what you have to do on these courses. These ball golf courses, since they're all basically wide open, you have to find clever ways.
Yeah, and it was really bright there, so we lost that white disc in the sky, but it manages to come right through the middle.
Yeah, he's right on the edge of the hazard. He was safe, though, so it's good news from him.
Here we go, another thumber.
This one's hard to find.
Yeah, I lost it already.
So that was a black disc.
I think he's in the rough.
He's right on the edge.
Close to the rough, yeah.
He's right on the edge of the rough there, right where it starts. I do believe we are going to see John kind of take a similar route.
We can see that one. All right.
Yeah,
full flight path there.
It's fading a little early.
Yeah, he's going to be a little short, and he's going to be on rough's edge as well.
Yeah, I would say him and JC are very close. So Adam lets this rip. He's going a little bit more up the gut. It's nice to see. Just not enough power compared to some of the other guys here.
So we got a little cluster there. Looks like John's going to be furthest from the pin.
This is lucky.
He's having some trouble keeping that sidearm stable out of his hand, it looks like. That's going to be 3 holes in a row where he has that wobble right from release.
Yeah, that's not something you want to see. So that's a good layup there from Adam.
Yeah, it could have definitely turned on its side and rolled away, but we got JC hitting that bush there as well. That really cut out a couple feet from that.
So we have Jerome here. Let's see what he can do. He's been feeling pretty hot so far.
That's a layup.
Yeah. It's
right?
weird.
You're
It's
just laying it
It's
up.
weird because his are like kind of layups and kind of runs. So.
And folks, while you're here, thanks for visiting our YouTube channel. Please go ahead and ring that bell. You're going to get all the notifications for all of our new content. We got some really fun stuff coming up. You don't want to miss it.
I wouldn't want to miss it. I'm the one making it. So as the rest of these guys should be able to just tap in their pars here. As this is a pretty traditional hole here, we're going to have a par frame.
Nothing wrong with a par frame.
No, I'll take a par frame all day. That's my type of golf. Being a rec player,
Yeah,
I shoot for par.
I pray for par.
Yeah, I shoot for par. Jerome has a 4-stroke lead on these guys here, though. So let's see if these guys can kind of make up some ground as we move into hole 12, par 3, 345.
This is another good-looking hole. It's reminiscent of hole 4,
Yeah.
I would say, just without that water hazard there.
Yeah, and we don't have a road that JC can throw a thumber over. But here, you just want to kind of have a nice hyzer shot, just kind of land up there. So we see Jerome do that.
Yeah, that one was tough to follow. You could see it a little bit if you squint.
Yeah.
But he's going to find himself pinned high, but to the left.
Yeah, so we have JC's. He hit that tree pretty hard. You saw that bounced off?
Yeah.
It's interesting. But
Well, he's gonna have like a pretty tight gap to shoot from there. Johns is gonna stay right.
But that's not a terrible shot because there is a back door over there.
Yeah,
kind
it's
of way on
wide
the side
open.
of the hill. As you can see here, he'll be able to semi-run that.
He's got distance to worry about, but clean.
I would say so. As this is one of the hardest holes to film, I thought. You said
It was
would you
tough.
say? Yeah.
It was tough for me to be able to see it compared to the backdrop that I was looking at.
Yeah, and I had trouble just actually being in a good spot to catch anything.
And so we're going to see Adam here playing it safe because he did not have a big doorway there. So he's just going to lay up and make sure that he gets his par. Let's see. I would assume John is going to do the same.
That was a run.
And it was a little risky too.
Yeah, that could have had potential rollaways.
And again, JC doing the same thing, following suit.
Let's see what Jerome could do here.
Jerome was running it. He cages off.
So here we go. Basically, everyone's going to be tapping in their pars here. So we're going to get
Another par frame.
back-to-back par frames. These guys are having fun. Seeing what's going on. They're laughing. Everyone's just tapping in.
I love seeing players, like, even though they're competing against one another, like, they're still super stoked when each other gets pretty solid shots. So
Yeah, definitely. I was surprised that Adam overshot that by as far as he did. I mean, he went around the entire mound. Ending hole 12 here. These guys are just playing some par golf here. So our second par frame in a row. Nothing changing on the board there. Nothing changing with that background scenery either. Man.
so it's almost like we're looking at a Coors Light can or something.
Yeah, seriously. Part of the Rockies. We move into hole 13, another par 4. This is 642 feet. Kind of want to land down where the drone's flying now. And you have an approach over this dry little creek here. The cart path is OB. So pretty tight green once again. And that's what you have to do on these courses. Just make tight greens. A lot of OB.
All right, so let's see what can happen here with this red disc.
You can see I'm still walking up.
Yeah,
Jerome just threw.
Yeah, mine was a little bit of a shotgun start because sometimes if you're in it, you're ready to throw. So
Yeah.
we got another thumber here from JC.
Black disc.
Yeah, I can see that one pretty good though.
Yeah, it's when it gets on to the like actual mountain line is where you kind of lose those discs. So we have John here. Let's see what he can do. So he's been having a pretty interesting round. He's been under par a little bit. I believe he went over par. He's been missing some pretty far putts. He's had a couple really good runs.
Yeah, I would call it a roller coaster round.
Yeah, really. That's pretty textbook.
Safe. Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to get down there. And that's the thing with these holes. You throw whatever shot you feel comfortable with. Whatever you're going to get the distance with.
And that gets a really gracious skip and does sit down.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I would say, as for placement, I would want to be a little bit more to the left because you can see how there's kind of a little gap here that you can hit. Jerome kind of lets that one not go as much. I thought he would have put a little bit more power behind that.
So when I was up here filming the approaches, there's some sort of manhole cover, I think, that is red, and I kept hovering near that thinking it was someone's disc. So it threw me off.
That's a pretty good shot there from John. He'll have a run for his birdie.
There, you see it right there.
Oh. And Adams, he's attacking the pin. He's coming in. Needs to come back. That's out of bounds. But where he went out, he should be able to at least get up and down, save his par there. It's JC, once again, just kind of lets it a little light. That was almost in danger of being hazard short.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does here.
Ooh. It's a top rim of the cage. Kisses a little chain, I think.
Man, I just can't get over looking at those houses.
So Jerome here, he's got something that's pretty manageable, and then as soon as he lets go, he goes, looks like I'm just going to lay it up.
Well, based on those layups, I mean, I don't even know at this point. So we have John here. He's really the only one that's going to be able to save a birdie here, or at least run for a birdie.
Well, let's see if he can make it happen.
I think he will. He's here to redeem himself.
He's on the apex of that roller coaster.
How do you feel about wearing glasses when you play, like sunglasses?
I find it disorienting personally.
I agree.
I can't it messes with my depth perception.
I agree 100%. I struggle with that. So we're going to have Adam here. He's going to be able to tap in his par. And folks, remember to go over to our Patreon page. Please join the family. Everything we're doing is for you. We want you to support us. We want you to be part of this ride that we're going on. And really just help us grow.
Thank you.
What was that disc flying or rolling down right there?
I think that was just one that Jerome dropped. You see it kind of tucked under his arm right there. I think he just dropped it.
I thought maybe that was coming from another pin or something.
I don't even know what that would be coming from.
I don't know. So a couple pars there. John's actually the only one getting the birdie. That's going to put him under now. So like we said, starting to make up a little bit of ground here on Knott.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you, Millennium Discs, for making all this possible as we move into hole 14. Another par 4, 688 feet. Cart path on the right is OB. There is a little bit of OB to the left as well. Kind of have to work hard to hit the OB on this hole, though, I would say. So we kind of have a basket just hiding behind that big old tree right there.
Yeah, the angle that the tee box is on, that tree hides it pretty well. It's tough to see the pin from there.
Yeah, you could just see that big tree down there. John is flirting with the OB.
Yeah, that's a close one.
Yeah, it's not safe. I mean, it's like I said, you have to kind of be trying to throw OB on this hole.
We're noticing that his discs are not flying the way that he would anticipate, I'm assuming. And there is America's Mountain in the background.
Once again, every time we see it.
We don't have mountains like that near Philadelphia, so I don't know.
Yeah. So for all the Colorado locals that are probably annoyed of us saying it and everything, you're used to it. We are not.
So thanks for bearing with us. It's still, we had a great time out there and hope to be back soon.
Yeah. So we have Adam here. This is looking. Just turn it over.
Wow. That must have. I don't think you were anticipating it cutting that far over to you.
This is looking pretty good though, right here.
That's a redeemer. A little short, but
pretty good finish.
Gives him. He's got an obstacle now.
Yeah, I thought he had a little bit more distance there. So we have John here, like we said, flirting with the OB.
Looks like he's got a fairway driver there.
Yep, just a nice straight approach. Minor skip, and he's still got a little bit of work there for his birdie. And here's JC.
Yeah, mine was completely illegible, like my shot from his.
Well, you don't even see where mine goes. I do think he lands by that tree over there.
Well, we'll see next shot, I guess.
Very tough to film. He did say only one of the cameramen from Central is the only one that can actually film him.
Well, you know what, though? Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
I'd like to film you again, JC, and see what we can do.
We'll see you next time.
Oh, and that was so close to touching chain. It might have.
That was a good run there from Rome. It's Adam for his par save.
Dropping a knee. He still has to flirt with that obstacle in front of him, so he's gonna have it's not clean. He's gonna have that lay down putt, just can't get the height on it. It does hit pin though, so his accuracy was on pretty good.
So we have JC here.
A little wobbly.
Yeah, it's just once again with the theme of this round one, it's just been really tough. Short game, a lot of missed putts. But they are making these ones that they should be making. Like this one right here from Rome.
Yeah.
He's able to save that par. JC's able to knock in his par. John should be able to clean up as well. Hole 14 is an interesting hole. Kind of just like falls in the middle there because I feel like it's kind of prepping for hole 15.
Yeah.
It's hole 15. You better come out swinging.
Wait till you see. For those who are not familiar with this course, wait till you see the flyby on 15.
Yeah, it's nice. We have another par frame here, man. So this back nine's been a lot of pars. So move into hole 15, 1,073 feet, par 5. The only par 5 here on the course.
You think this is what gives it the beast?
Maybe. The cart path there is not OB, so I feel like that would make this a lot harder.
Yeah.
But really, this is just a stroke and distance hole right here. You just kind of, you have the distance, you have the power, just throw it down there.
Your green is on a mound though, so you are in danger of some rollaways.
Yeah.
After fighting such a long way.
Yeah. So I mean, traditionally, par 5s you can go for the eagle. We'll see if anyone really has the distance to.
That's just a little low from John.
Personally, throwing over 500 feet on 2 consecutive shots to knock in a 3, that's tough. So this is tough here, so those backyards are out of bounds. So Jerome did go out of bounds there on that shot. They did say do not grab your disc from there. They will grab it at the end of the round. And you did say you were a little shocked by JC on that shot, right? Throwing a forehand. You thought he might have gone with like an overhand shot?
I mean, from what we've seen and just him how he crushed hole 10 even, I would have anticipated him going with his go-to drive. Now, I'm not really sure what the conditions were. He might have been thrown into a headwind a little bit more, so he didn't want to chance it. But to be honest, I think that probably would have dealt with a headwind a little better.
Yeah, I don't think he would have flirted with OB there and gone out of bounds. As John was before the cart path, so he's still trying to make up some distance. And that's what we would traditionally think we would see from JC here. I don't think either of us get it. It's down there.
It's a little tough.
We promise you it's down there.
When the sky is so bright and he just throws it directly in the sky.
Yeah, it's hard to follow. Is this looking really good from Rome?
Yeah, that's good placement right there. That's going to give him a lot of room for that approach towards the pin.
He did go OB, unfortunately, so he will have to go up and down for his par instead of his birdie, but he's chomping away at this hole like he should.
And that's a really good second shot from Adam. He's probably a little more to the right than he'd like to be, but we've seen him do some nice Anheuser shots, so we'll see what he can pull off.
Look at that backyard. I'm even jealous of the people's backyards here.
A little more than the concrete that we have, right?
Yeah, we have a concrete box over here in the city. So we have JC here. This is for his 4. So he just rips that. Nice straight.
Yeah.
Very overstable. Nice little skip there.
So rather than doing the Anheuser, he's going to elect for that sidearm so that it does the natural fade to the right.
But then rolls to the left, which is very interesting. So we have Rome here. Let's see what he can do. This is looking really good.
Go ahead and sit down. All right. Nice.
Textbook right there.
So he's going to have a tap-in par.
Here's John. This is for his birdie. drops it in there, parks it. This is JC for his par.
Yeah, so
He's going to miss that.
if he had not gone OB,
Ooh.
and Adam is very frustrated with that one. He's just going to slam this in
He played this
and walk it off.
He played this hole perfectly until right there. Misses that putt.
And sorry for the quick cuts here, folks. I found myself in not a great angle, so we adjust and move on.
Yep. We got through this beast of a hole. Let's move on here.
But while we see John tapping in here, head on over to our Facebook page, give us a like. Gonna stay current. That's our hub where we post all of our links, articles, anything we find cool that has to do with disc golf.
Yeah, so we have a couple pars here. Only one bogey coming from JC. He's sitting at 1 over, which kind of surprises me here,
Yeah.
as he's just not having a good round. So moving to hole 16, par 4, 677 feet. Now this one, I do not believe the cart path or to the right is OB. Spoiler alert, someone does go over there, and we do not get any penalty strokes. So this hole's basically wide open here. There's no OB anywhere. So let's see what they'll do. See what they're going to rip out.
So John taking control of the box. It's good to see. Again, with that roller coaster ride he's been having this whole round.
Yeah, and he's hovering around that. He's 1 under right now, so it'd be nice to see if he can finish strong, get himself up to 3 or 4 under.
He's just having trouble keeping height on his shots.
Yeah, he's just like his angles are off a little bit. He's just kind of throwing them right into the ground.
And that one gets away from Jerome, and he's going to find himself in that gully, that ditch over there. And there is like a tube,
Yeah.
like a tunnel. He's directly in there. Just letting you know.
So he did throw a provisional here, didn't he?
He did, yes. So we're only showing So it ended up being where you play from the lie, because that was not OB.
Mm-hmm.
So he threw from above the tunnel as well as from inside the tunnel. So we should be seeing his second shot shortly. Yeah, it's crazy. That is not an ideal spot to be, but JC is going to get some distance. He's going to be kind of actually above where that tube is.
Yeah, he's right over where Rome is.
Just
So
above ground.
Yeah, he just has a much easier shot. So we have John here for his approach. Let's see what he can do. That's
Got a little
squeezing
air
right
bounce.
through. Look at that. Just barely made it over all that. That's a great shot.
Oh, yeah.
You should be able to run that for the bird.
At the moment, it looks like he's got a headwind to deal with, but we'll see what happens.
So that's,
A little long,
yeah.
but again, so that's a tough shot to have.
He just lets it rip.
Comes up a little short.
And he got down there. He'll be able to save his par.
So where JC is shooting from is that tunnel that Rome was just in. So
Shows you how much of a difference it makes.
So essentially, Rome's second shot from the provisional was where JC just was. And then that ended up being long. So
Yeah, almost like where Adam was, I think.
Yeah,
a little bit.
and
He did shoot par on both of them though, because he did play
He did.
both of them out completely, and he shot par on both of them. So we elected to take the
proper one.
Yeah.
I mean,
the original one.
yeah.
So JC's able to get the birdie there. That's a great birdie by him. It's going to put him back at even.
Yeah, that's great.
So he attacked this hole just how you should. Got a lot of distance off the drive, and then he has a really nice approach.
And that was a really good stick to those chains from Adam.
It's good to see some of these guys picking it up here at the end.
They just got to commit.
So we have Rome here. He should be able to save his par here, which I think we already spoiled that.
Yeah, sorry.
But
I mean, to be completely fair, the scores were posted online already. So
no spoilers here, folks. So John's here to also tap in his par.
And he's definitely not into taking the par, because he knows that he's played this course a million times before. He knows he can birdie this.
You just saw Rome tap in his other one. He had a tap in par on that other one. So it's funny. But that JC's the only one getting the birdie. That's going to put him back at even. Jerome's been sitting at 4 under. John's been sitting at 1 under, and Adam's been sitting at 3 over for most of this back 9 here.
All right, so 17. I got a little carried away here flying the drone.
Yeah.
I was so excited for this shot, and I lost my motor skills for a second, but was able to regain before that. So, drone nerds, I got you. You're good.
That's a great shot. When I saw that, I almost pooped myself. I'm not gonna lie. My heart stopped. I was like, oh no, dude. No.
But
We saved it. Just like some of these people are trying to save their rounds. That's beautiful shots. So these are gonna be some tap-in birdies.
so we are 3 for 3 for parks.
Yeah.
These are all within the circle.
And as you can see, this is actually our hole. So funny
I
enough,
forgot about
this
that.
was the hole that we sponsored. So that would have been something if we crashed the drone on the hole we
And
sponsored.
Adam plays so close to being OB there.
Yeah, so the green is OB.
This is one of my favorite shots of the whole coverage that we did. That lens flare,
Ooh.
just a little high to the left.
And he was running OB on the backside there too. Flirting with OB all day.
I was afraid that was going to chain out.
So John's able to knock in his putt there. The rest of the guys should clean these up. So folks, remember to go over to our Instagram page. Follow us there. That's where you'll get all of our behind the scenes. You can see us on site with our stories. Just a lot of cool stuff there. So make sure you go over there, follow us, give us a like, share our pages. So Adam's going to be the one to prevent another star frame here. So say out of this round one, we've seen about 3 or 4 potential star frames.
Yeah, but at least he's not preventing it with a bogey.
So Rome, John, JC all getting the birdies there. It's nice to see them get a little bit more padding to their score here. So Adam's just trying to fight 3 over. So moving to the final hole of round 1 here.
Yeah, and you're going to see the clubhouse to our right here. So it's really great. And there's a practice green a little further to our right. But it's a really great way to really end your round.
Yeah. I love this hole. There is hazard to the cart path. So the actual cart path is hazard as well as the rough to the left.
Which makes it tricky.
So this being JC's shot, he is actually okay from over there. He is on the green.
Which is crazy. That's so crazy to me.
Because you would think that would be out of bounds.
Yeah.
And then you look at this right here, John having a pretty good shot, but
Just doesn't have that height again.
yeah,
You know?
lands right on the path, and that's out of bounds. So Rome takes kind of a big hyzer route here
That's interesting.
to the left side of that tree.
And I think he is okay.
Yep,
'Cause he's right there on the edge.
He is safe. Half of his disc was on the grass there.
By a hair.
Yeah, this is getting away from Adam here, and he's going over to the other hazard area over
And that's
there.
that's not fun to shoot from either.
No.
He's fully surrounded.
I couldn't even go all the way in there with him, but he gets out.
and he puts a bid on it too.
Yeah, it was a good shot. Here's John for his 3. A little low. JC for his 2. Ooh. Hits the cage and rolls outside the circle. That is bizarre.
Yeah. And then he tries to recalibrate and then just shoots a little high. Bounces off the band.
So we have Jerome here.
He's gonna hit the top of the cage too. This is an elusive basket.
Yeah. So Adam's going to unfortunately have to take the bogey there. That's going to put him at 4 over for round 1 here. JC is going to take a bogey as well. So that's going to put him at even. Some guys are hugging it out. Some claps, some hugs. A little bit of both. Like we said, all these guys are sponsored by Throw Colorado, so they are all friendly and pretty local. So Jerome's able to knock his par. He's getting all tangled up there. Losing.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? This has been a long round 1.
Uh,
I'm ready for a beer.
So John's also going to take a bogey. So we had a lot of bogeys here to kind of finish off this round. It's not what we want to see here in round 1, but that's why they call it the Beast. It's a tough course. Jerome's the only one getting a par, sitting at 5 under. John 1 under. JC even. Adam's at +4.
Again, folks, this is round 1 of 4, so there's still a lot of golf to play. As you can see, this is our standings thus far.
Yeah, so Andrew Herrera up at the top, Jamie Espinoza, the lefty. Tomorrow, day 2, we're going to have a recap video, highlight video, and that's moving day. So both rounds are going to be in the woods. It's going to be fun to watch.
In the mountains.
Yeah, that's where you gain your strokes back. So
Okay.
we'll see if any of these people make it to final round coverage.
Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Take care.